I always kind of hate magicians because I cannot figure out what they're doing. I know there's an explanation and I want to know what it is, or in some cases they aren't so personable and they are smug about their act, and then I just don't like it at all because I can't see through it and the magician himself is never going to help you. Well, Nigel Harrison is hired by the Clark family to work on St. Lawrence Cruise Lines, and he is personable, and he is good, and it is amazing. Right now, we're just going to let him work. He did 3 extended tricks on this particular night, beginning with the old, tried and true handkerchief.
Second time around, I will do this as slowly as I possibly can for you guys. I'll tell you what, I'll let you in on a bit of a secret. I'm not going to tell you exactly how this is done, but here's a secret. And it's not so much a secret, it's more of a scientific fact that some people know, a lot of people don't. People blink, right? We all blink, we blink a lot. We don't realize how much we blink. But believe it or not, we all blink at the same time all the time. So when you blink, she blinks, he blinks, she blinks, he blinks, you blink, he blinks, she blinks. We all blink at the exact same time all the time. Magicians know when people blink. We've been studying this. This is a huge secret. We know when people blink. It's all timing. It's all timing. And when you think about it, it makes sense, because when you blink, you can't see me. It's a split second, but you can't see what I'm doing. Magicians know when people blink. We've also trained ourselves not to blink. So when you blink, I don't blink. Because I need to see what's going on. When you blink, I hide the handkerchief. It's as simple as that. That's when I do my dirty work. So this time, don't blink. If you blink, you'll miss it. If one person blinks, ruins it for the whole crowd. Right? And you don't want to be the person that ruined the trick for the whole crowd. If you have to, hold your eyes open like this. Chris has toothpicks at the bar to prop your eyelids open. Slowly. Now, I actually do need somebody to blink, right? Or else I'll be standing up here like this all night. So, see how long you can go without blinking. I'll even go one step further here. Go like this for me. That's fun, isn't it? Poke it in there. It's going into my hand, yeah? It's not going up my sleeve?
No.
It's not going up my pant leg?
You were pretty quick to pull it away, though.
Well, yes, of course I was. It's not going up the pant leg?
No.
Would you like to check?
No.
No. Later?
Later.
Okay. It really does go into the hand. If it didn't go into the hand, this wouldn't be much of a trick. Watch the hand. One person blinks. I'm looking for somebody to blink. As soon as one person blinks, I'm going to hide the hand. She's looking at my other hand. He's trying some hard over here. One person. Thank you, sir. Right here. He's just got. You blink. You didn't realize it. You're looking down here. I don't know why you're looking down there, but he's looking down there. He blinked. I took it away. Now look, I can't show you how I got it from point A to point B. The hiding place is point B, but I can show you where the hiding place is. Do you want to see where the handkerchief is?
Yes.
The big reproduction?
Yes.
Here we go. Not here. Check it out. Make sure it's real. Take it! You're just going to look at it real hard, right? Thank you very much. There you go.
Simple, but done sleeveless and effortlessly. And of course, he was just getting warmed up. Now, see if you can figure out the liquor bottle trick. If you can, you're good.
A bottle of martini and a glass. My 2 favorite things in the whole world there. These tubes are my cover-ups. There's the glass. There's the bottle. They will switch places instantly. Watch. It's done. The glass is now here. The bottle's now here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Looks easy, doesn't it? It's actually a lot harder than it looks. The hardest part, believe it or not, is to make them go back. But for you guys, I will do that. He's done. There's the bottle. There's the glass. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That was magic. Now that's invisibly. How about I do it visibly? So you guys will actually see them change places when it happens. Yeah? All right. Glass, bottle, they'll switch. Glass, bottle. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can't learn that. Watch me, all kidding aside, watch this very carefully. Bottle, glass. Watch the glass. I'll slide it over here, I'll move the bottle over there. But I still have the glass there, and I still have the bottle there.
Do that again.
Do it again! Watch carefully. All I did was spin the table around. That's all I did. Not really. Not really. My favorite part, though, is when they switch places. Instantly go. Got it. Thank you very much. Hey, it happened. You have to watch for it. The bottle actually goes up this arm right here, across the chest and down this arm. It's true. Watch. Glass. Bottle. Switch. Bottle. No, it's still. Oh, wait. Glass. Did you bring the instruction book with you? You didn't. You conveniently forget that every time we have a show. I'm scared to look now. That's a bottle, and that's a bottle. I think I have too many bottles or something. So okay, we'll leave that. No, that's. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get rid of this one here. So that should be with the bottle. No, so that's too many. So let me get rid of those bottles. There's the glass. There's the glass. There's the glass. There's the bottle. Switch. There's the bottle. There's the glass. No, that's not sorry, I don't need that one. No, I'm gonna get rid of that one there. That one's no good to me. There's the glass. Okay, there's a bottle. How about one more bottle? Drinks all around, guys. Already. Some even out of the pant leg. Yeah, but that's later.
Finally, we have the rope trick, and it's as good as the others. Here again is Nigel Harrison, turning one rope into three and back into one.
Really tug on that rope. Does it stretch? Does it come apart? Are there snaps, Velcro, magnets, nothing like that? You're my committee. You're just verifying that it is in fact just a piece of rope. Are you happy with that?
Satisfied with the rope?
I do have a knife, but that's for later on.
That's when you leave, right?
That's when I leave. Thank you very much. Thank you, Noel.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Now listen, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. And as I ask you these questions, I need you to answer them as best you can. They're going to seem silly. They're going to seem like silly, juvenile, kid-like questions. But I need you to answer them as best you can. Question number one. And the point of these questions is to keep us all on track, all right? You guys and me. Like I said, it gets confusing. You may go cross-eyed. I'm not liable. How many ends does one rope have?
4.
How many ends does one rope have? 2. I really don't know what to say to that. How many middles does one rope have? 2. You know, it really depends on how many times you bend the rope. But I'm bending it once, one rope, 2 ends, 1 middle. That's the way it is. What if you could give a rope with 2 ends a 3rd end? If one rope had 3 ends, how many middles would it have? This is easy math.
3.
3. No. If one rope has 2 ends and 1 middle, that's right. Let's give it a 3rd end here. 1 second. There we go. 1 rope, 3 ends. 1 end on this end, 2 on the other end. How many middles does this rope have?
1.
It still has 1. This doesn't make sense, but it does. You can see it's right there in the middle where the middle is. That's where it should be. And the ends are on the ends where they should be, but I have 2 on one and 1 on the other. This is somewhat normal, but as soon as I do this, it messes things up a bit, as you can see. Because now I have 3 ends on one end, the middle on the other end, and nothing in the middle where the middle should be. Because all 3 ends are on one end. There's one rope with 3 ends. What if I could give the rope a 4th end? Like that. 4 ends. 1 end on one end and 3 on the other end. 1 rope, 4 ends. How many middles? I know, the math doesn't make sense, but there it is. It's back in the middle where the middle should be. This is good. And the ends are on the ends where they should be. Until I do this. As soon as I do that, it really messes things up again, because now I have 4 ends on one end, the middle on the other end, and nothing in the middle where the middle should be. Basically, these 2 ends are on this end. They should not be on that end. They should be on that end where they aren't, but they should be. The middle's on that end. It should not be there. It should be back in the middle where it isn't, but it should be. These 2 ends should go from this end, from that end down to that end where they aren't, but they should be. Take the middle from that end, put it back in the middle where it should be. But it's not there right now. Right?
Right.
Right. So these 2 ends are going to move from this end. Put them on that end where they're not, but they should be. And take the middle from the end and put it back in the middle. There's nothing in the middle right now. This is the middle, but there's no middle there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring the middle back to the middle because it's on the end. And I do that by taking these 2 ends and just sliding them down the rope like that. So I have 2 ends on one end, 2 ends on the other end, and 2 middles. If I have 2 ends on one end, 2 ends on the other end, and 2 middles back in the middle where the middle should be, how many ropes do I have? You don't know how to answer that. I have 2 medium ropes. For those of you that weren't paying attention, I'll start over again with 1 long rope. It's actually not too bad to follow. If you take your scissors out, like this, and cut the rope, you get 2 ropes. It makes sense. What do you get when you take the 2 ends of one rope and tie them together? What do you get? You get a knot. And aside from the knot, you get a loop. Yeah? Good. So I take the other 2 ends of the other rope and tie them together. What do I get? Another knot. Another loop. When is a knot not a knot?
When it's a loop.
When it's not. Pay attention. I'll learn you stuff. Not how to speak properly. That was wrong. 2 loops, 2 knots. Watch this. 1 loop, 1 knot. Yeah? And of course, if I untie the knot, I have 1 long rope. Just like I did at the beginning. Hey. If I can make the knot go away, I should be able to make it come back. There it is. 1 loop, 1 knot. And of course, if I untie the knot, 1 long rope again. That second time around was just for me. It's just so much fun to do. I bet you didn't know you could do this. You can actually take the ends and pop them off a rope. Did you know that? You didn't know that, did you? Go home and try it. It's endless hours of entertainment. But what you get is a freak of nature. Not me, the ropes, yeah. You get a freak of nature because what you get are 2 ends without a rope. And a rope without 2 ends. You can fix this. You take the ends, you just lay them on the loop like so. And melt it. Isn't that crazy? Thank you very much. Now look, let me get my scissors again. We'll take that 1 rope. We'll cut it into 2 ropes like that. So we get 2 ropes. Now if you watch carefully, this rope right here, when I pull this rope, it will get longer. That makes sense. But as it gets longer, the other rope gets shorter. One rope gets long, the other one gets short. Long, short. So I end up with 1 short rope and 1 long one. That makes sense. Perfect. I can fix this too. And the way to fix this, so I end up with the 1 rope as it was in the beginning, is you take the little rope, and you actually have to push it back into the big rope. Not violently, like you have to massage it. it's kind of like a weaving motion. I'll show you what I mean. You take the little rope right here, and you just massage it back into the big rope. You see the little rope will get smaller as it makes its way back into the middle of the big rope.
The rope is getting longer.
Like that. So you end up with a little tiny knot. And when you untie that knot, you get one long rope.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, he's clearly holding more than one rope at a time through this. How, I don't know. Everybody loved it. And how you make that number of big liquor bottles appear out of thin air, I also don't know. We could even see under the table, and there's nothing there. Nigel works on almost every trip the Canadian Empress has, at least for one night. If you take this trip, do not miss this guy. He is that good. We took the tape from the camera and looked at it frame by frame to see if we could spot how bottles appear out of thin air or how a rope comes apart and goes back together again. No way to tell. And I still hate it that I can't figure that out.